Well there, Mr. Popular Atheist. You sure are popular. Your Smurf says a lot of good things. Your Smurf makes a lot of good points, and your cat is unfortunately a little dim. Um, it's refreshing to hear that a believer will cave so readily, uh, but I think the victory is hollow, unfortunately. If you take a believer who says that he or she believes in God and persuade them to say that they now believe that there is no God, I don't know that that's really achieving anything. The difficulty is this. Um, can the now believer in non-gods really justify his or her position? Was the position arrived at through reason or through Jedi mind tricks? Because really, the arrival at a belief in God is done through Jedi mind tricks. It's not done through reason. It's maybe done through pseudo-reason. It's done through persuasive jabber that appears reasonable, but it's not actually done through reason. So your unfortunate cat with his or her diabetes, I'm assuming his, let's just say his for now, okay? Your unfortunate cat with his diabetes is faced with an issue, and he's got to make some kind of decision about what he's going to do. Your Smurf makes some good points about taking responsibility for his own life and working to solve his own problems, and that's lovely. But I think the fundamental and uncomfortable point that is missed is something that came up in a discussion I had with somebody that I work with not too long ago. And we were discussing religious beliefs and whether or not absolute tolerance is requisite, whether we have to allow other people to believe crazy things just because we have to, because we should. And it was my position that no, we don't have to do that. Each of us individually has to make up our own minds as to what makes sense to us. And if somebody else says something that is patently, provably, demonstrably false and is pushing this on other people, I think that's a problem, and I don't think that that should be tolerated. And he said, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, try to persuade these people to trust reality rather than believing in ghosts and goblins and Easter bunnies. And he said, well, but you have to accept that somebody believes something. I said, well, I accept that they believe it, but I don't accept the premise of the belief. I said, you can believe whatever you want, but if it's inconsistent with reality, sooner or later, you're going to be disappointed. And that's when he decided that he didn't want to talk about that anymore. And that, I think, is the thing that's missed. That the Smurf, next time the Smurf and the cat mate, if their paths cross again, I think it would be good for them to have an opportunity to discuss that point, that reality is what it is, and you can believe whatever you want about it, but if what you believe is not consistent with what reality really is, then you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be corrected at some point. And that's really my only gripe. Although the Smurf doesn't move. Why is that? Just kidding. So anyway, thank you. Keep up the good work, and hope to hear more from you soon. Thanks.